Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? Oh my God. Uh, I wasn't planning on uploading videos till noon, but I gotta let it get the word out. There was a new comedy comedy special on Netflix called. Cause I don't watch a lot of stand-up comedy on there. Jeff Dunham, Relative Disaster, and I watched it. I used to be a big fan of Jeff Dunham. I don't know what happened. I don't know if my friend Josh will back me up on this because I know he still has fans and stuff. Um, it started off with he did a they had like something in the car and they had Walter was in the back seat looking at with his two twin boys and Peanut showed him this old photo and it turned out that Walter was actually his dad and then they go to that was like a scene they filmed. They go to Dublin, Ireland. I mean, that's where the stand up happened. And he decided to go to Dublin, Ireland. Now, the one interesting, he talked about himself a little bit. He found out that when he was born, he was like mostly of Irish descent. I'm 50% Irish, so I'm half Irish. And then he got big applause for that. And then he was talking about, before he bought the puppets, he talked about um, him being adopted and stuff like that. And also, his career, he said he started ventriloquism when he was in third grade. He did a bunch of shows and he paid it. He used it to pay his way through college, and then he toured and he got real successful with it. So I mean, that's pretty cool. Starting from third grade. So I like that part. And then he brought out the his characters, little ventriloquist dummies, and it was shockingly not funny. Walter wasn't even funny. And basically, what most of the jokes were, they were just making fun of his age and saying he's gonna die soon, and it was making fun just about his family. He said he likes doing stuff about real life and stuff that's happened with him and his family, but none of it was funny. I mean, I didn't laugh. There was a couple of jokes I kind of smiled at a little bit with the redneck, and then Ahmed, the dead terrorist, did one or two things. But even Peanut wasn't funny. And then he was saying like he's a children's entertainer. No, he's not. There was f bombs all over the place on this one. I mean, because I was shocked when I first heard him say the f word because I thought he was like kid friendly or at least PG-13, like Larry the Cable Guy, PG-13 ish, kid friendly kind of. You know what I mean? But no. No, it was really lame. And they had like a scene where they had a photo with they had like a little video with Walter meeting his mom and giving birth to him because he was born in '61. They showed him in like a van with an afro and '60s stuff with. Walter never did any of that. I mean, that was against his character that he developed. Walter was a very stuck up guy that hated everything. Um, it sucked. It really sucked. I hated it. I mean, I appreciate the craft that he's established, and but I mean, he's very good at the ventriloquism, but I mean, the jokes just weren't funny. And he introduced a new character. He said he was going to adopt an Irish baby. He brought like a baby with a giant head and red hair. His name was Seamus. That was obviously taken from the wrestler Seamus. And basically, he just talked about drinking all the time, but it wasn't funny. Because I used to be a big Jeff Dunham fan. I mean, and then he started going south when he started bringing out these characters I hated. I liked everything he did. Jalapeno on his dick, and Peanut and Walter was always funny. He wasn't funny in this at all, shockingly. He's one of his best characters. I love Ahmed the Terrorist, and then he started bringing like the redneck. The redneck guy's okay, but that pimp. I absolutely hated the pimp character. I mean, thank God he didn't bring him out. I said I hate this character, and my dad was like, I mean, 'cause last time he watched it, I think when my dad was still alive, Dad and I wanted was like, this shit ain't funny. He used to be really funny. I remember seeing him for the first time. There used to be something called the Sunday Comics. What was They had Comic Strip Live. They had the Sunday Comics. I remember seeing this when I was on vacation in Fort Bragg. Probably one of the best episodes ever. And everything on there was funny. They had Jeff Dunham with Peanut, and Peanut used to go, ew, like that. All that stuff was really funny. He interacted with the audience. All this stuff basically now is banter about his twins and him being old. And that's all that the puppets taught. For the most part, it wasn't within the puppet's character. All the humor was pretty much all the same within all the different characters. They tried to go back. It just sucked. I hated it. I mean, for the fact it made me smile a few times, and his gift for ventriloquism, I give it a 2 out of 10, and I think that's being far too generous. I mean, well, the real is, if I was generous, I'd probably give it a 3 out of 10, but it sucked. I don't know what my friend Josh Soros or Top Gun Soros thinks of this, but I hate it. I give Jeff Dunham's Relative Insanity one of these. And it doesn't even deserve my farts. It sucked. And it stinks. It stinks worse than my farts. So, this show sucks. Thank you. Finally, I got off my chest about Jeff Dunham. I used to like the guy. Boy. Whenever he brought that pimp out, oh my God, I absolutely hated that. It's like these characters used to be funny, but even back then, Walter was funny and Peanut was always good. But now everybody sucks. He did a little bit of political humor, but none of that was any good either. It was just awful. So I hope I'm gonna put this warning up, hopefully for 9 a.m. this morning, and get a screenshot for the show. Yeah, stay away from Jeff Dunham, Relative Insanity. I thought it would be funny. I usually like his work, but this was terrible. It was really bad. Like I said, some of his other shows, when he started doing some of those lousy characters, that's when he started to go downhill. But this show sucked. It was awful. I might get some hate, some people disagree with me, but I thought it sucked. So, there's my review and warning of Jeff Dunham, Relative Disaster. It premiered September 12th on Netflix. I'm seeing it now September 15th. I watched some last night and I went to bed. I finished it up today, and I hated it. And it was bad enough. My sister wanted to go see him in Erie, and he won like $80 to $100. They won like $80 to $100 for a ticket and up. $80 to $100 and not laugh. God, come to where I work and you won't see no laughter at all. This show sucked. So, until next time, buddy. I have 2 t-shirts from Me and B Designs, and the t-shirts, even if you look at the photos of the t-shirts, more entertaining than the Jeff Dunham special. It sucked. Link will be in the description. And until next time, bye, please. Take care, my legion.